Don't forget to record. Yep.
All right, let's jump in and get everybody jumping in right here. All right, letting everybody in. Here we go. Hang on a second. I'm just going to mute all on entry. There we go.
Woohoo.
Done and done, and everybody jumping in right now. Amazing. Here we go. Fantastic. So great to see everybody jumping in. Who have we got? We're doing a roll call here of people with their cameras on. Leo Palmer, great to see you. Warren's in the house. John's here. Jeff's here. Hey, man. Ken's in the house. Great to see you, man. JP, Eric Bell's in the house. Carter's here. Taylor, Daniel, Miles Pearson. Who else have we got on camera? Let's see. Everybody jumping in right now. John's here as well. Jared Holmes, good to see you, man. Robert Elwold in the house. Peter's in the here. Fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Everybody who is jumping in. Carl Salisbury, I saw your email there as well. Amazing to have you here, guys. Thank you so much for jumping in. This is going to be a cool session. David Black, this is like our roll call of our enterprise partners, man. This is so cool.
Yeah,
Fantastic,
absolutely.
guys. Thank
I,
you
I,
so much for jumping in.
I gotta love you and leave you. I just wanted to say hi to everybody. Over
Nice.
to you, Miss. See you,
Okay,
man.
cool. Bye,
Yeah,
mate.
Johan.
I know
See you soon.
Johan's off to actually talk to more people about our four-bot system. So see you, mate. Have fun. Guys,
Okay,
thank you
bud.
so much for jumping in. We are thrilled to have you with us. This is our weekly training session here with White Label Suite, and we are bringing in a friend of White Label Suite and someone who is no stranger to GHL, to creating amazing systems and follow-up programs. We are going to be introducing him in just a moment as we're letting everybody come on in. We've got some cool stuff to share as well. We've been working hard in the lab. Some cool updates have come through in the actual software itself. Some cool updates coming through for our enterprise partners. We've got some great new stuff for our 4-bot program people as well, which will all be revealed as we're putting together some great collateral to help you guys put those sales together. But today, this period for us is always an exciting one as we all work towards building better businesses, towards creating more opportunities. And so today, jumping on out with us is, as I said, a long-term friend of our White Label Suite family. And especially now with the AI systems that we've been talking to you guys about for the last couple of months, with creating incredible automations behind the scenes that can really help your customers and really drive new traffic. We wanted to bring back in Steve Rosenbaum, who is the founder of Flawless Follow-Up. Steve has been a friend of mine for many, many years and a friend of White Label Suite since we opened the doors. Steve's become famous for creating follow-up systems for clients and helping get an immediate ROI for businesses using assets they typically already have. Steve's systems has helped create tens of thousands of dollars in immediate returns. And now with this AI program that we've been working through, this becomes 10 times more effective for businesses. So what we wanted you guys to do today is to be able to understand now that you have something very, very cool with all of the AI tools that have come through. And with what Steve's going to share with us on the call today, it adds rocket fuel to your business contacts and to the businesses that you're able to walk into. This opens doors for you. You're able to walk into a business and show them how they can generate immediate returns. You're then able to sell additional services, your 4-bot system, your AI programs onto the back of that. And it is always amazing to see the immediate ROIs that are possible for businesses following Steve's system. So Steve Rosenbaum, thank you so much for jumping in. Steve, founder and CEO of Flawless Follow-Up, a good friend of mine. How you doing, bud? Good to see you.
Well, thanks for the great intro. Hello, everybody. So good to be here. What a great looking group.
Always the best looking people coming through White Label Suite, brother.
Man, right at the top of the hour, and boom, there's a full screen, 2 pages, 3 pages of people here. Thanks, everybody, for being here. And I'm really happy to share some great information with you today.
Amazing, mate. So, Steve, I know you've been helping business owners create cash flow, which is, I think, every business owner's best friend for many, many years. And you and I have talked through the ways of doing that. And I know things have changed, but one thing that hasn't changed is the need for businesses to, I guess, leverage the assets they have, right? And I'm thrilled to see that the methodology is just getting stronger and stronger with new tech as it comes through.
Not only has the need not changed, but the opportunity has grown much, much, much bigger.
Yeah.
And I've had a saying forever, Walt, within my group and the people that I've taught for many, many years. And I've always said, technology changes nothing, but it improves everything.
Right.
And what I mean by that is you have to have a system, a process, a framework, okay? That never changes, but the technology allows us to do it better, faster, cheaper. And the technology right in our hands right now, and especially the way you've packaged it up with Johan and White Label Suites, and you guys have delivered it, is so phenomenal and takes that process and makes it so much better. And I'm going to give you a perfect example of it today.
Cool,
So you
man.
guys
Amazing.
oh yeah, you guys, I'm so excited. When I say you guys, by the way, include me. I'm doing the same exact thing here. In fact, literally today, before I jumped on the call today, I closed a $6,500 sale, and I'm talking to a company, a chiropractic practice that has 7, 8 different offices. Okay, so I'm going to lay out for you how I'm going about getting it.
Nice.
If that's what everybody's here for today, right?
Amazing, amazing. So at the end of the call, mate, what we know for sure is that you guys, if you're here, you're paying attention for the next 60 minutes, you're going to walk out of here with an actionable strategy. Yeah, you're going to walk out of here with an opportunity to go to a business to showcase a very easy to deploy system that allows you to pick up a check, all right, and get a foot in the door with a ton of businesses. And this is something that Kyle and I have talked a lot about in the last couple of weeks. People often ask us, what niche should we go after? How do I get started? All that kind of stuff. And guys, I want to do this with you, all right? Who's got one of these right within their within arm's reach, right? Somewhere in your phone, in your contacts, is a business owner that can definitely benefit from what you're about to hear with Steve, right? The people you're looking for, the ones that can drop you a $6,500 check, the ones that you can immediately start working with are known to you, right? They're known to you. You have a warm market. And in fact, that's exactly what Steve's about to talk to as well, because the same thing goes for all businesses out there. The next deal that you can pick up, the next person to pay money to you is likely already known to you, or as Kyle just dropped in the chat, known to someone you know. So Steve, I'm thrilled. I always love revisiting this strategy, because when you talk to people like Rob Bailey, or you talk to people who are in the GHL space, this particular strategy that I know that you've become famous for and have trademarked the phrase, this is something that every single GHL agency owner can do, every single agency owner period can do, and it's something that works for every business in every niche, in every country, in every suburb that has ever been. So, dude, I'm going to throw over to you. I'll be muted off and standing here as well. But guys, 60 minutes, pay attention. This is the way to get yourself in the door with a 4-bot system sale, with a lead gen sale, with a GHL sale, with a check that can help push your cash flow up for. So over to you, Steve.
You got it. Thanks, Walt. All right, everybody. And Kyle, I gave you a big, strong arm there. I want you to remind me about what you just said about or someone they know. That's such a powerful statement, and I have another example of that today. All right, folks, my name is Steve Rosenbaum with Flawless Follow-Up. Walt has already taken care of that for me. Thank you very much. Today, I want to share with you a couple things. I was speaking with Walt and Johan the other night, and talking about you folks and where you are. And I felt the 2 stories that I could share with you would benefit you the most. Because like I said, I'm just like you. I run a SaaS agency. I'm doing the bot thing, but I'm doing that with, number one, a service that I've been doing for more than 15 years, which is by far the easiest sale to get, the lowest hanging fruit. And it is what we call database reactivation. I've called it sales CPR for years and years, but it's about bringing back the past contacts, the leads that are already in a business's system, and getting them to buy again. Now, I want to tell you a story about this. And this is why it illustrates why I say you guys are exactly in the right place at the right time, and this technology is so perfect. And then the other thing I want to share with you today is an easy way to outreach to people. I'm going to literally show you a campaign that I ran that got me massive results. And I thought I would show you the emails and how I did it, and some very cool little, hacks that I did along the way that really worked well. How's that sound, everybody? You guys like sounds of both of that stuff? Give me some feedback. Keep me going here. I always love that, right? All right, now, here's what we do with reactivation. I went to a fitness company not long ago, and literally I said to them, look, have you got past leads in your database? And of course they said yes. What are you doing with those leads? Nothing. Would you like me to help you bring those people back into your fitness studio? Well, of course. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. They paid me to do it. They paid me to set it up for them. And I ran the reactivation campaign. From the first several hundred dead leads they gave me, I said dead because they'd written them off. Now, when I say leads, by the way, here's what I mean by that. They paid for these leads. They ran ads. These people literally filled out a form, said, yes, I'm interested in your workout studio. They sent them a couple emails, a couple text messages after that, and nothing ever happened after that. And so guess what? Guess what the company did with those leads? Absolutely nothing. So they wrote them off. They're dead. They'd already paid for them. So they gave them to me. And out of the first couple hundred alone, we re-engaged 23% of them. 23% of those leads that they had written off as dead. Now, here's what I mean by when I say re-engaged. We did a reactivation campaign. We used text messaging. We used GHL. We sent out text messages. We sent out an offer. Hey, would you like to come back and try us out for a 7-day free pass? 23% of the people responded. Guess what they did with that 23%? Most of the time, they did nothing. They sat in the conversation manager. Nothing ever happened. I kept calling the manager. I kept making Loom videos. Look, you've got people here saying, yes, I want this. I want this. Somebody's got to go in there and respond. Somebody's got to say, great, here's a link. Great, here's what you do. Here's the next step. Crickets. The business themselves said to me, we've got staffing problems. We're short-staffed. I can't keep people. And this is one of the biggest problems with businesses everywhere right now, okay, is staffing issues. We can't hire enough people. We can't keep them. They're leaving. They're not responsible. Staffing is a major, major, major issue. And so because of this, we're doing our job. We're re-engaging these dead leads, and nothing's happening from them. What do you think is going to happen after a couple months when this business is paying me a couple $1,000s a month, and I'm doing my job, but it's not getting them more money? Yeah, we parted ways. Churn is right, Carl. You're right. Was it my fault? No. Unless I want to be there answering their chat, and I don't want to do that. I'm not going to be their $2,000 a month employee. But you know where I'm going with this. You've got an employee now at your fingertips that could easily be doing this. Now we take those same text messages and we drive them to the bot. How cool is that? Because that bot can manage it 24/7, 365. And we solve that issue. And think about it. If they paid somebody $15 an hour, full-time per week, that's what, $600 per week. That's $2,400 per month. They'd be paying somebody $2,400 per month to do that job, but they can't find them. They can't keep them. And by the way, that's only 40 hours per week when your bot can do it 24/7, 365. So do you think they'd be interested in paying you that same money when you're going to show up for work, your bot's going to always be there, never going to take a break and everything else? You guys see the power of that, right? 1,000%, exactly, Carl. All right, so this is where that opportunity is for you. So database reactivation is definitely what has always been my #1 lead service. And I'm talking about 15 years, long before Go High Level. I've done this on Entreport. Before Entreport, it used to be called Office Autopilot. I've done it on Infusionsoft. I've done it on ActiveCampaign. The platform has never mattered. But the cool thing about Go High Level, of course, is that now we can make snapshots of our process and make it replicatable and repeatable. So now, absolutely Go High Level is my go-to for the automation aspect of it. Of course, when you've got the tie-in that you've got with what White Label Suite is providing you, you can do so much more. You could use it for the lead generation. You could use it for the selling. You could use it for the follow-up and the support and all those other great things. It's a remarkable, remarkable tool you've got right in your hands. So cool what they've done. I do know Dan Wardrope, and I was having a conversation with him this morning, David. Absolutely. And yes, he does a great system as well. All right, so all that being said, would you guys like to see how I went about and how I go about and getting some of these customers? Because right now, while you're waiting for your bots to be built or while you're still learning the system, There's demand right now. Right now, people will hire you. I went to the chiropractor today. And I just asked them point blank, hey, do you have people, leads, past patients that you'd like to get back? And they said, yeah, by the way, we've got 8 offices. And they gave me this. I'm not gonna show you everything there, but that's just a post-it note of this is the person to contact about this. 8 offices in Central Texas. They're busy offices. All right. That's the type of thing that you could easily have a conversation like that before. And who's going to say no to you? Hey, would you like me to reach out to people that you're not talking to right now? Nobody's doing it. Would you like me to do it? Of course they're going to say yes. So that's an easy way to do it. But, that's how I do. I've got no trouble when I think the best way to do it is, some of those warm people you're already doing business with. I'm on the chiropractor table. I just say, hey, you need help with this? Yeah, let me introduce you to the people that make the decisions. That's all it takes. But let me show you some warm outreach, some cold outreach. I put together some slides. Let me get them for you. If you have any questions, folks, have any feedback, certainly just throw it out there into the chat. All right, let me pull up these slides here. One moment. Okay. And let me share right over here. Okay, everybody seeing my my slide? It says today we're going to talk about the most successful outreach campaign ever and the easiest service that businesses will buy from you today. Everybody seeing that? Pardon me. All right, perfect. Pardon me, folks. I'm still getting over a cold here, so let me just clear my throat 1 second. All right. First of all, let me show you how I reached out to a bunch of people. Now, in this case, I reached out to a franchise, a national franchise. And what I did was I told them a little bit what I do. I went to LinkedIn and I typed in this franchise and I found like 120 or so owners of this franchise across the country. And I put together this email. And in it, I put, this was actually an animated GIF. You know what that looks like, right? In the email. When they opened up this email, this showed me talking and it said, click to watch the video. Now, by the way, people are probably going to ask me what software I'm using for this. It doesn't matter. I happen to be using something called Hippo Video. I like some of the features. You could use Loom. There's Dub, any of them. It doesn't matter. Whatever you use, don't worry about the software. Anything works, okay? Any way that you can make this work, just make it work. So my email started off, first of all, I said video. I have found for years, this still works. If you tell people there's a video, people get curious. They want to know what's in that video. And I talked about a case study that I had, and I named the name here that happened to be, I had had some success with one location of that franchise, actually a couple of them. And so I said, here's a success story, brings 23% of your dead leads back to life. So I'm talking about exactly what I told you about. Imagine what re-engaging 23% of your inactive leads would look like for you. All right. So it's a quick introduction of what I do and everything else. And all I'm trying to do is get them to click on the video. All I want. Click on the video, watch the video. Why do I want them to click on the video? Who knows why I want to get them to click on the video? Let me see it in the chat. Let's see the smart answers I get. Engagement, yeah. Tracking, yep. Micro commitment, yep. Micro commitment, yep. Trigger, tag, yep. Engage, yep. Tracking, yep. You guys are all right. CRM, tag it. All the above. Always go for that action, folks. You see, one of the coolest things about marketing today, marketing is not about the message we send out. It's about the information we take in. If I just send out a message and just tell them stuff and tell them stuff and tell them stuff, I've got no idea if they read it. I've got no idea if they like it. I know that 100% of the people are not going to read it. I know that 100% of the people are not going to like it. It doesn't matter. I'm only looking for the people that do. And that's why I always have a call to action. So I'm tracking this video. And it says, are you available? Blah, 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 blah. Look what I have at the bottom here. I have two PS statements. Always have PS statements. People always go straight to the bottom. Don't miss out on turning your dead leads into your most valuable opportunities. Let's talk soon. And like other locations we've assisted, you likely have thousands of leads sitting unused on your hard drive. Let us turn those wasting assets into new profit centers. Okay? So that's it. I'm appealing to them right here, going all the way to the bottom. Yeah, we do have thousands of leads, you know, and I'm basically saying, let me turn your trash into cash. So that's it. I send that out. Who wants to see the results? Okay. Oh, no, let me tell you, this is what happens when they clicked on it. Okay. When they click on the video, this video program, and again, you could do this in GHL. All right. Just set up a landing page. The landing page had the video, just a minute long, not fancy, just a minute long. Okay. Had ums and ahs and everything in there. It was not a Hollywood production. And then I also put 3 more videos at the bottom here. Why do I put 3 more videos at the bottom here? Go on, give me those answers again. Why do I put 3 more videos at the bottom? Social proof, yeah. Social proof, yeah. Engaged curiosity, yeah. More engagement, yeah. More nurturing, yeah. Yep. Trust, engagement. How about more tracking? What do I know? Validation, all the above. All the above. But what do I know about somebody that goes and watches all 4 of those videos? What do I know? Remember, I just talked about the power of the information we get back. Motivated, hot lead, call them now, they're interested. Exactly right. Folks, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Now, again, you could do this in GHL because GHL lets you monitor video plays, doesn't it? And because it lets you monitor video plays, guess what else you could do? You could set up a system that notifies you. Now, Hippo did this for me, okay? But there you go. You think this is working? Hey, Steve, this person's watching this video. Hey, Steve, this is happening. This is happening. Every single one of these is telling me somebody is doing something. Somebody's taking an action. And of course, I can look at the people to see who's taken the most action. Hell yes, says David. Love that, says Micah. Micah, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. Yeah, you love that. This is what we're talking about, the power of taking back information. This is why we do it this way. I send out 120. I'm not expecting 120 people. I just want to know the people that do. At the end of the day, I ended up with 6 clients out of this. 6 clients that paid me a couple $1,000s. That's not bad, right? And by the way, they turned into monthly clients. That's not bad, right? All for an afternoon's worth of work. Now, folks, you could be doing this right now. You don't have to wait for your bots to be built. You could be spreading the seeds. You could be getting people very, very interested and tracking the attention. And it doesn't matter where these leads come from. All right. This is just more tracking. This is me seeing the activity. This is me showing, look, this person watched 2 videos, okay? This is just the information that I'm tracking and that I'm watching. This helps me know exactly who to reach out to next. So guess what I did do next? I forgot to put a picture in here, but you probably know what this looks like. I followed up with the action takers. I remember one guy's name was Matt. One of his names was Matt. Okay, so now, by the way, the first video was not a personalized video. It was the same video to 120 people. Now, there's software out there, and with AI, I know you could probably do the old lip sync that says, hey, Walt, I want to show you this, blah, 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 blah. And then it says, you know, hey, Johan, I want to show you this, blah, 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 blah. I know you can do that with AI. I'm not interested in that, okay? The first video was just generic. Hey, would you like me to turn your trash into cash? Go here, watch this video, okay? And, oh, look, there's people watching all 4 videos. When I saw that, I saw a guy named Matt watching all 4 videos. Then I turned on my camera, and guess what I did? I sent Matt a personal video, and this one was personal. Hey, Matt, I see you've got studios in Arizona. Tell me what you loved about those videos. Let's hop on a call so you can tell me exactly what you'd like me to do with your studios. That was the video. Matt sends me a response. This is the coolest outreach I've ever seen. This is the most personalized cold outreach I've ever seen. Cold outreach. People usually don't even look at cold outreach. But this is cold outreach. It automatically looks warm. And by the time Matt got his personal video, it's like, man, you're talking to me. How do you do this? How do you be individual with so many people? Pretty cool, right? Who likes that? Who can do that? Who could do that today? I'd be shocked if not everybody on this call could do that today. All right. Yeah, I know you can, David. I love that, Carl. Love it. Look at you guys. Go do it. Go do it. Let's start selling these bots. Let's start selling these bots. Steal this from me. Go ahead. You have my permission. Steal that process from me. Use video, track the engagement, follow up with something really personal, and they'll love you forever. Kate. Okay, tomorrow's okay, Kate. All right. All right, so let's talk about the easiest service to sell. There's no mystery here. I've already told you. We'll call it database reactivation because everybody in our community knows it that way. It's bringing back past customers to buy again. Now, I just show you this. This is not to pat myself on the back, all right? But these are testimonials sent to me, but these are testimonials from me teaching other marketers how to do this that went out and got their own clients, or these are some of my own clients. Now, I've called my program Sales CPR. I've done it for about 15 years. All right, but you can see over $40,000 on the first Sales CPR. Substitute database reactivation, okay? Here's a jeweler, made over $40,000 from database reactivation. Here's a manufacturer of wood blinds, $50,000. Here's an electrician, just landed my biggest sale ever. Look how happy these folks are, people. And this is nothing new. We're not reinventing anything, but we got a huge advantage because what we do have is new is the bot. All these people had all this success before the bots. Their success is going to be multiplied how many times over because of the bots? The bots are going to make this so much better. We already know that reactivation works. Now we're just putting a rocket booster on it. Rocket. You said that just as I said that, Walt. Multiplier is already working. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, now, before I was with Active Campaign, I'm sorry, before I was with GHL and used DHL exclusively, I do use GHL exclusively now, but I used to use Active Campaign. And Active Campaign wrote a case study about me doing a reactivation campaign for a pain relief center, Texas CryoWorks. Look at this. Flawless Follow did an amazing job getting us new sales. Over 78% of our appointments purchased new services from us in the first 3 days alone. Folks, these were dead leads to them. Dead leads. All we said is, would you like to come in and try our services? Because any business will tell you, if you can get people in the door, we'll sell them. The business knows it. The business is in business to sell people. They need to get people in the door. So we drove traffic in their door, and they closed sales on 78% of those people. 78% of the people that they were in their database that they had written off dead. You think they were happy? Active Campaign was so happy, they actually wrote a case study about it on their blog about us. That's what you guys could and should be doing right now. And again, this is not to pat myself on the back. This is to show you, because I'm just like you, you can be doing this. Here's why this works all the time, folks. There's proof. There's proof that shows you that this is always going to work. Why? Okay? Because customer retention, or the success of selling an existing customer, is up to 70%, while new customers are probably lower than 5%. It's 14 times easier to bring back somebody they already know to come back and buy. 14 times easier. Yet how many times do we hear businesses say, I need new customers, I need new customers, I need new customers. I need new leads, I need new leads, I need new leads. Well, you closed less than 5% of your leads before. What are you doing with the other 95%? You quit on those people? Give them to me. Let me send them to my bot, and I'll get you new business. How does that sound? Can you guys do that? Who can do that? And it's 14 times easier, right? I need old customers. You're right. There you go, David. There you go. All right, check this out. Guess what? These people also buy more. They spend more. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong slide, okay? More money, more return, less money. Okay, I should read my own slides. It can cost you 5 times more to attract a new customer than it does to retain an existing one. Well, that's obviously true. Businesses are buying leads all the time. They have to pay in advance for those leads. They don't know if they're going to buy or they're not. But if they already own the data, they just have to send out a message, send out an email, send out a text message, drive them to the bot. That's what I would do now. Just drive them to the bot. I've got a cigar client. All right. Here's what we're going to do with the bot. All right. Cigar client that I've built a massive list for him over the years. So we're putting up a bot and we're going to do a quiz. His list is all cigar smokers, right? So we're going to do a quiz and we're going to tell people, try to break our bot. And if you can break our bot, we're going to give you a free cigar. Here's the thing, we're going to give them a free cigar no matter what. All they have to do is pay the shipping. Just like those book deals, right? Free book, just pay the shipping. Because we know if they're going to pay the shipping for one cigar, guess what? They're going to want to add more cigars to that order. All right. So email goes out. Haven't heard from you in a while. You got to check out our new bot. It's a whole lot of fun. And if you can break it, we're going to give you a new cigar. You think they're going to go for that? You think they're going to like it? Lauren, you've got a cigar client who's broken, has a massive database, but doesn't want to spend money. Joint venture, maybe. Bingo, Lauren. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Okay. Build that bot, make it a cigar bot, feed it some information, and guess what? It's okay. It's okay if they do break the bot, because just give them a free cigar. Have them pay shipping, and then give them a deal. Maybe, hey, and for every 2 cigars you buy, we'll give you another free cigar. All right, there you go. All right, now here we go. Harvard Business Review. Those are pretty smart people, right? Increasing customer retention rates by 5% increases profits by up to 95%. You see how much you're going to help these businesses? Your broke cigar client, okay, doesn't want to spend money, so joint venture, perfect. Lauren, if you're willing to do it, absolutely perfect. Look how much more profitable you're going to make him. He doesn't have to buy more leads. He just has to send out more messages. And that's it. 5% increase can increase his profits up to 95%. That's a perfect joint venture play for you, Lauren. All right. You guys, you've seen charts like this. I'm not going to go over it. We'll just summarize it real quick. It says it's the importance of repeat messages. All right. And why this is going to work so much. I show you this just to show you why reactivation works. All right. You've seen this type of thing. It says, hey, after the first message, 50% of your competition gives up. 50% of the people never follow up more than once. 65% of the salespeople never follow up more than twice. 79% never follow up more than 3 times. 89%, yada yada yada. If you want to be in the top 11%, all you got to do is follow up more than 4 times. But the issue is that your customers aren't really noticing you until you get to around 8 or 9 times. This is why reactivation works so much, because your clients, the people that have these leads, they've stopped somewhere in here. So you're picking up in here. You are right in the sweet spot for them to get the orders. Does that make sense? Kyle's adding some great tips here. Run it through WLS data enrichment to make the bot contact aware to have an intelligent conversation. Beautiful, beautiful tip, Kyle. Perfect. Here's another way to look at this, by the way, from Chet Holmes, the author of The Ultimate Sales Machine. One of the best sales books out there. I know Johan raves about this all the time. All right. Chet Holmes says this. This is your market. This pyramid's your market. Only 3% of the people are ready, willing, and able to buy right now, raising their hand. I'm ready, I'm willing, I'm able. Yeah, I want it, I'm going to buy it. 6 or 7% may be able to be persuaded with a little more engagement, with a little bit more nurturing to buy right now. 30%, they're not thinking about it right now. That's not a no. That's a not right now. 30% don't think they're interested. That's not a no. That's just not, I don't think so. And another 30% say they know they're not interested. I happen to think this figure is high, but that's okay. Chet's a smart guy. We'll agree with him. But this means this, folks. All that advertising, all that marketing the clients are spending on leads and prospects right now to convert 3%, they're walking away from 97% potential. This is where that profit opportunity is. They're giving up on it. They're not doing it. Nobody's doing it. But you could do it. And if you drive them to the bot, you're going to close more of those sales, aren't you? Folks, once you set this up, it literally costs you nothing. Go out there and offer people. You can offer any way you want. You could, and I've done everything. I charge $6,500 to set one up and $500 a month to run it. I do some profit sharing. Do whatever you want, whatever makes sense for you. That's okay. Because know this, once you get it set up, it's almost free to run it, especially if you put in, their API into the bot and have them pay for the messages. Then it really doesn't cost you much to do this at all. But you could charge them every month, or you could take a percentage of the profits, however you want to work the deal. How cool is that? All right, I'll show you a 5-step reactivation plan. But first of all, I want to know, you guys enjoying this? Is it helping you? Give me some feedback here. Let me know if this is helping you. You happy you showed up today? On a scale of 1 to 10, how are we doing? Beautiful, folks. Beautiful. Glad you're loving it. Glad you're loving it. Okay. Thank you, folks. Appreciate that. Okay, here it is. Really, really simple, folks. Don't make it too hard. Don't make it too hard. All right. I am changing it a little bit. How many people are here in the US? Okay. You just tell me in the US, out of the US. In the US now, right now, we have to deal with this thing called A2P10 DLC. So I don't want to get too technical about it, but it's a reality. All right. So I am going to show you that I've changed things around a little bit. It does suck, but it's a reality. So it's okay. We just deal with it. Okay. So here's how I'm doing things now. I'm warning you folks, from my experience, I don't recommend doing a database reactivation to a cold list starting with text messaging anymore. It's too dangerous. You could get shut down and everything else. All right. Don't start with text messaging, but text messaging is still important. So here's what we're doing. We're starting with email. Okay. We're starting with email. And from there, we're driving people with an irresistible offer to complete a compliant form. All right. You with me? Now, folks, once again, you saw in the first example I gave you of how I got that client, you saw we're not expecting 100% engagement. Don't worry, is email as good as text messaging or isn't? Well, it's better because text messaging these days has a lot of problems if you start with text messaging. But imagine this. You start with an irresistible offer. Hey, friend, we haven't heard from you in a while. We want to give you a free cigar. If you'd like a free cigar, go fill out this form. All right. And after they fill out the form, you say, okay, now we're going to send you a text message. And by the way, the form was a compliant form, and you made them give you the phone number, and you made them check the box that said, yes, we want your messages. Now we're going to send you a text message. Just say yes so that we can send you your coupon to complete the purchase. Make sense? Or if you want to do something else, number 5, schedule a Zoom call, whatever it is. Number 5 is your call to action. Whatever your call to action is, buy a cigar, schedule a Zoom call, whatever your call to action is number 5. You guys got it? Let me go through the 5 steps one more time. Or you got it? One more time? Okay, one more time. Start with an email, have an irresistible offer, send them to a form to fill out that's compliant, because most people have not filled out the compliant form, get their phone number, and then on the thank you page, tell them, we just sent you a text message, reply to the text message so that we can send you your coupon code, your link, whatever the case is. 5 is your call to action. It's that simple. The great thing about reactivation campaigns, this is an old slide, probably more than 10 years old, but it doesn't matter because the process doesn't change, just the technology changes. But the great thing about it is you can track the individual steps, right? You send the email, click the link, fill out the form, okay? Just like I showed you earlier at the beginning, the power is from the information you get back, because we know at each stage, we know how many people do each thing, so we can follow up with people at each stage and say, hey, we saw you click the link, but you never completed the form. Go back and complete the form, okay? Or we could say, hey, we saw you you claimed the coupon, but you never bought the thing. Go back and buy the thing. So when we do it this way and we put a series of steps in there and we're tracking the steps, you're going to get much better conversions. Does that make sense? Okay. That's all I got, folks. But I'm willing to keep the conversation going. What I thought I would do is invite you. I've got a school group. Walt, I'm going to put you on the spot. I should have asked you in advance, my friend, but I've got a school group I'd like to invite them to, and we can keep the conversation going in there if that's all right with you.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. So I think, guys, like one of the things to recognize here is that the technology you've got with the bots, as exactly as Steve said, you now have that power to give to that business owner where everybody's got this list, everybody's got a past customer. And as Steve said right at the beginning, like they can do the reactivation campaign and then they will still say, yeah, but I haven't got time to follow up. Well, it can't be in a million places at once. AI can. It's an amazing thing. So dude, yes, please do share the school group. Guys, jump in and give feedback. This is a method for you to be able to get a return on investment. And I know for a lot of people, Steve, this is something that can I talk about your cryo campaign that you did where you offered to work for free?
Of course.
Yeah. So one of the things that I know a lot of us struggle with is that confidence to be able to say, here's my fee, right? And I don't recommend this unless you have that issue. But Steve tells a story where he had a cryo recovery client and offered to work for them. Literally, let me set this up for you, right? Won't cost you anything unless it makes you something. But if it makes you something, I want half of what it makes for you, right? So if you don't earn, I don't earn. And Steve, I can't remember the number, but it was well over $6,000 if I remember. Like you offered to set this up for them and zero cost out of pocket for them, but it turned into a pretty nice payday for you.
Yeah, they always do. Look, my jewelry client made over $40,000 in one weekend. And folks, you could keep these things going and going and going, right? A lot of these for me were one-time promotions. Like Walt said, that one was well over $6,000. I had a weight loss clinic that did $22,089 in 4 days. So absolutely, you could feel confident in that. As long as they've got a list, and it makes sense to do it with a little higher ticket things. All right, a cryo clinic, they're selling their services, they're selling packages, for about $500, so that's cool. The weight loss clinic was selling something for about $1,000. That's cool. The jewelry store, well, jewelry is cool, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
I know that John Loga did it with a fitness gym. Like they sell fitness equipment where each piece of equipment is $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. And he tells the story he did $100,000 in a weekend with a $0 up front. Literally walked in and did a reactivation campaign with them. Said to them, I don't earn anything unless we make some money here, and did over 100 grand in a weekend. But of course, finding people with the right audience. But again, so a little bit of a segue there. But guys, this is an amazing way for you to open a door. Who was it who just asked me? Shay just asked, does our enterprise, a white level suite enterprise, do this for us, or do we need this separately? White level suite enterprise is all about getting that profit center set up for you. So your leads tool is a saleable thing, all the AI is in place. But guys, the AI now that you're able to show to a business owner, this allows you to be able to go in and show an immediate return for existing customers, much less work than getting new clients, and you prove a point about how you can help them make money, and then you can plug your 4bot system or your any other system onto the back end of it. So this is about demonstrating and creating trust with your client so that you can then go out and generate more business. Amazing, Steve. Guys, ask some questions. I had somebody ask the question there. Can you talk to us a little bit about some of the offers that work. So Jack asked that one. The offers is going to be specific to the client, right? So the cigar company does a free cigar. The cryo client was a free treatment. So a pizza parlor might be 25% off your order. The offer is going to be relevant to the specific business. Yeah. Shane,
Yeah.
I think this has been the whole thing has been about how do you pitch this. But Steve, what's your elevator? Like I know you were talking to the chiropractor this morning. What was your elevator pitch there?
Simply, do you have past customers and clients and leads in your database that you'd like to bring back into your office?
That's it. There it
It's a
is.
question. It's a question. Yeah. And make it about them. It's not about you. I could easily say, hey, I'm Steve Rosenbaum. I'm the founder of Flawless Follow-Up, but that's me, and it doesn't mean anything to them.
Right.
Right. There's plenty of time for that. The best thing that I could tell you about an elevator speech is it's a hook. All right. You want to get them to ask you a question. Well, how do you do that? Man, yeah, I'd like to know more about that. That's it. You want to just get that curiosity going for them. A lot of times they'll say, well, how do you do that? And I say, exceptionally well, but it's a longer conversation. Let's schedule a call.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you don't need to answer all the questions for them. If you answer all the questions for them, they're satisfied. They go away. If you leave that curiosity, like, how many leads do you have? And what's the average ticket sale? Man, how much are you missing by not doing anything?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you like to talk about that?
Beautiful. So JP's just asked with the he would need some technical setup on how we do this using the bot system. JP, all of the training that we've put up into the YouTube channel shows you how to create the bots and the replies.
My God, your YouTube channel is amazing, Walt. I'm sorry for talking over you. Your YouTube
Thank you, man. More to
amazing.
come on that. More to come. Reggie says, I did this with my father's dental practice. It worked really well. So that's awesome. Warren's fishing for deals right now. Amazing. The tech setup in the back, again, go through the training that we've got. All of the bot systems are set up to engage when there's a reply from the customer, right? So as Steve laid out here, you get together with the client and you send an email to the existing client base and you say, we have X offer, free coupon, 25% off, whatever. If you'd like to do that, please click here. So they click, they go, they fill in the thing, say, yes, claim my offer now. Make sure the phone number's in there as well so that the text bots can engage. Click. Offer's just been sent on a text. Make sure to reply to verify your phone number, and boom, the AI is straight in there. And now we can have conversations with that client again and again and again using the AI and the new follow-up systems that are there. So all of the training there is JP on how to set that auto reply is part of the YouTube channel. So Jeff, absolutely not. The 4-bot system is Prospect Falcon is our entry point, is just the leads only. But the 4-bot system is setting up and creating that entire AI framework. So there was another request there for the school invite. Steve, can you just drop that link one more time into the chat?
Yeah, I can for sure. And if you don't mind, I want to show them a couple of things in the school.
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, absolutely.
So we can keep this conversation going here. There we go. There's the link. When you come in, folks, go to the classroom here, and you're going to see a few things. First of all, under the weekly strategy calls, if you want to know more about just some of the other follow-up systems, what the follow-up systems are, folks, is that's a great way to drive people that are in a CRM to a bot. All right. Think about that. You're going to these businesses, and these businesses have data everywhere. They've got them in their point of sale system. They've got them in their CRM. They've got them in QuickBooks. They've got these phone numbers and these lists and these leads everywhere, and they're sitting there doing nothing. Just think what would happen if you drove these people to the bot, which means, by the way, now you've got 2 services to sell, because you've got this follow-up, what I do, and you've got the bot, and you put the 2 together, it's like peanut butter and chocolate, right? I mean, it's like fantastic. All right, so when you go here, folks, go to the classroom. You're going to see all sorts of things. Some of them are unlocked. Some of them you have to engage and be part of the leaderboard to unlock. And then also, A2P is a big issue here. So I stuck this in here. There's some great information in here about A2P if you don't know it. I just want to let you know because you do need to pay attention to this stuff. So I put some great resources in here. You can get to that all from the school group. The school group is completely free. All right, completely free. So come join it. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now so I could engage with people. I got one more story to tell. How are we doing on time?
Yeah, you're good, mate. Got another 10 minutes or so.
Okay, good. And if there are more questions, feel free to tell me, but I want to stop sharing here so I can see everybody. Perfect. All right. Um, Kyle said something brilliant earlier. And he said, you held up your phone, Walt, and you said somebody in this phone is probably willing to be your next customer. And then Kyle said, or they know somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's brilliant. Now, just this morning, I had a meeting with a guy named Tom. All right, now Tom is somebody that's been in my phone for 20 years because I worked with Tom 20 years ago. I actually worked for Tom 20 years ago. He was my VP of sales. He hired me in a new position. And but a couple of years ago, Tom and I reconnected because I saw what he was doing on LinkedIn, and we were still connected, obviously. And so now we have regular meetings where we get together every couple of weeks, once a month or whatever, and we just talk about mutual opportunities. Now, Tom is a sales trainer for big ticket items. And he gets on today and says, Steve, I've got one for us to do together. He says, I was just brought on to train these guys. They're a company that manufactures highly specialized industrial trucks. These trucks sell for $500,000 on and more on up. He says, they've got a database of tens of thousands of people they're doing nothing with. And they've got an old-time sales team that's really old school. Is there anything you can do? I'm salivating on the screen here. Is there anything I could do? Let's hear it, guys. What would you do? What would you do if a friend of yours said, hey, I'm working with a company, they've got this big ticket item and a database full of people, and they need help with sales? I want to see what you guys would do. Let's see your answers. How would you use your white label suite bot in that case? Look at that. So folks, for sure, what Walt and Kyle said, I think is absolutely one of the best ways to get new business is from people you already know. Either they need to buy from you right now, or they know somebody. And I've proved this to be true over and over and over and over again. One of my favorite things to do, I don't know, you guys want a LinkedIn trick? Does anybody use LinkedIn here? You guys want a LinkedIn trick? All right. So I'm not going to show my screen here. I'll just talk you through it. You guys will figure it out. And what I don't know if this is on Sales Navigator or on free version. Don't ask me that. I don't know. Just look at it and figure it out. All right. But here's the LinkedIn trick. How many times do you ask somebody, hey, do you have any referrals? Is anybody you can send my way? All right. And it's an open-ended question. And typically what happens from that open-ended question? Yeah. If I come across somebody, I'll send them your way. And then what happens after that? Usually nothing, right? All right. What you can do is you can pull up somebody you're connected with on LinkedIn and do a search of the people that they are connected to. And now you go through the people that they are connected to, and you look for specific people they are connected to that are great to targets. And now you go to my friend Tom. Hey, Tom, I see that you're connected to John M. Smith and Harry Miller, whatever. Okay, I see you're connected to these 5 specific people. Tom, do you think it would be great could you just fire off a real quick email today that says John meet Steve, Steve meet John? You could even write the email for him. Tom, I've written this email for you. Can you just fire that off to these people today? You'll get such a better response from that, folks. If you go to your friends, you look at their LinkedIn list, you look at their connections, and then ask them for that personal introduction. Because I just want to ask a question here. How many people today never heard of me before today's call? How many people here today had never heard of me before today's call? Okay, a few, quite a few. Okay.
It means you got plenty of market still to go, man.
Well, exactly. It's also why I do these things.
Right.
All right, but here's the thing, okay? If I met you and I held up my hand and I said, I'm the king of follow-up, I'm the best there is, would you listen to me?
Probably.
Or because Walt and Johan says, we've known Steve for years, he's the king of follow-up, he's the best there is, you should listen to him. How much more powerful is that third-party credibility, the third-party validation, versus me just thumping my chest like like some arrogant SOB, right? So that third-party introduction, if you want to reach out to somebody, it's really hard to break through those barriers. But when you get introduced by somebody that they already know, like, and trust, not only is it easier, but it comes with authority. It's so powerful. That's it. That's all I got.
Absolutely. And I think there's just on that as well, guys, like there's another way for generating business using this exact same strategy, but taking what John Logar says as well, right? So a simple post on LinkedIn, a simple post on your socials, even in the email that's going out to prospects using the white label suite system, rather than asking that person to come and, do a reactivation campaign with you, this is the kind of phrasing that John uses. He will say something like, hey, everyone, I've got a brand new system that's proven to generate returns by engaging old customers back into business. Do you know anybody in business that would benefit from that service? So rather than being the direct sell, rather than saying, hey, Mr. Business Owner, would you like to come and check this out? John's taking that referral approach. But here's the interesting thing that always happens, Steve. You know what would happen here. So John's comment is, do you know anybody that this would be of benefit for? And the person comes back and goes, well, duh, I would be a benefit for, right? It's such a great way to do the, my kids always talk about passive aggressive, right? And there was like, I can never put my fingers on that term, but let's talk about this being a passive aggressive lead generation system. John's talking about, do you know anybody that we have a service which is proven to engage old customers and bring back them to your business to get them to spend more money? Do you know anybody that would benefit from that? Right. And just let people come to you. And it's such a better way of approaching a lead, a prospect, by asking them if they know anyone that we could be of service to. And then rather than pitching yourself straight up front, it's a really, really nice psychological way of doing that.
That's clever.
Yeah. Very cool. So guys, we've got about 2 more minutes with Mr. Steve Rosenbaum. Again, the king and the founder of Flawless Follow-Up. I think, guys,
I didn't say that, but thank you, Walt.
The technology that we have on hand today allows this to be more effective than it's ever been. The rules and regulations are there to protect people with the A2P stuff. That's great. And again, Steve, thank you for putting all the resources into the school group there. But guys, go and get engaged. This is an opportunity for you to use what we've been talking about, creating amazing systems in the back, and then getting that door opened with such a simple offer to be able to say to people, hey, you've got gold right here in your database. Can I help you to generate some of that? And creative ways of being paid for that service. And don't underestimate your service and what that relates to people. I love what you said before, Steve. Do you remember you were saying about the people that have already got the database? They're not doing anything with it. It's like it's just sitting there. So you can easily say, look, whatever I generate, how about we go 50-50 in it? They're not getting anything from that right now anyway. But you can simply price your service in accordance with the ability to generate sales for these people. And again, all of the tech, all of the cool stuff that we've taught you how to build can enhance this massively. Steve, thank you as always. Do you want to drop that school link one more time, guys? So Steve is making his school group available for you. Jump in and learn about how to do this from somebody who's in the trenches doing it and teaching it. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Guys, as always, thank you so much for joining us and for being part of our White Label Suite family. We are here to help you guys grow your businesses, generate more income, grow your GHL agencies, grow your own systems so that you can get out there and really make a difference in your communities and in your families, etc. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for jumping in, and stay tuned for next training. We look forward to seeing you on our next call. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for all the great feedback. Have a great day.
Cheers, everyone.